Have you ever stood up from a chair and felt like your legs just couldn't support you the way they used to? Or maybe you've started noticing that walking upstairs takes more effort than before. A little ache here, a little wobble there, and you're wondering, is this just aging? What if I told you that for millions of people over 60, it's not aging, it's missing nutrition? Today, we're diving into the 7 essential nutrients that can reignite strength, restore stability, and even reverse leg fatigue without extreme workouts or expensive treatments. Whether you want to garden without pain, take long walks with your grandchildren, or simply feel steady on your feet, these 7 nutrients can change everything. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to add to your daily routine to rebuild confidence in every single step. Chapter 1. The Leg Power Vitamin. You're probably not getting enough of nutrient number 1, vitamin D. 3. Your body's muscle igniter. Let's start with a vitamin that does more than just support your bones. It powers your muscle response. Vitamin D3, often known as the sunshine vitamin, is essential not just for calcium absorption, but for the actual activation of muscle fibers in your legs. Most people think of brittle bones when they hear about vitamin D, but the real issue for your legs, it's how D3 deficiency slows down your neuromuscular reflexes. Real-life example. In a 2021 senior care program in Arizona, 74-year-old Doris was constantly falling. Even inside her home, she used a walker, avoided stairs, and stopped her daily strolls. Blood work revealed critically low vitamin D3. With her doctor's guidance, she added 2,000 international units daily. Within 3 months, her strength tests improved by 43%, and she was walking independently again. No walker needed. That's the hidden power of D3. Why D3 is different for seniors. As we age, our skin produces 75% less vitamin D from sunlight than in our younger years. Combine that with spending more time indoors, and you have the perfect recipe for deficiency. But here's the kicker. Low D3 equals low reaction speed in your leg muscles. That's the difference between catching yourself during a stumble and falling. And it doesn't stop there. Vitamin D3 boosts fast-twitch muscle fibers responsible for balance, enhances protein synthesis, so your leg muscles repair faster after use, reduces inflammation in leg joints and tissues, and helps prevent depressive fatigue. Yes, it even lifts your energy levels. How to get more? D3, naturally. Sunlight, just 15 to 30 minutes a day. Arms and legs exposed is enough. But don't forget, sunscreen blocks, vitamin D synthesis, D3, rich foods, wild salmon, sardines, egg yolks, fortified milk, and mushrooms, especially UV-exposed ones. Supplements. Seniors often need 800 to 2,000 IU per day, sometimes more under medical supervision. Vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, is preferred over D2. Deficiency. Warning signs. Frequent leg cramps at night, feeling tired after short walks, slow reaction time or stumbling easily, diagnosed osteopenia or osteoporosis, low mood or depressive fatigue. Key takeaway, you can exercise all you want, but if your D3 levels are low, your legs won't activate with the strength they could have. Think of D3 as the on switch for your legs. Chapter 2. The bone builder that keeps you standing. Nutrient number 2, calcium, the unsung hero of leg stability. Narrator. When most people hear the word calcium, they immediately think of bones. And they're right, but here's what's often overlooked. Calcium doesn't just support your skeleton, it's also a muscle activator. Every time you take a step, sit down, or stand up, calcium is there, acting as the tiny spark that tells your muscles it's time to contract. Without it, your legs feel weak, unstable, slow to respond. Story from experience. A retired teacher named Mr. Luis, age 78, had started experiencing daily leg cramps, especially at night. He also noticed his balance getting worse. His doctor tested his calcium levels, and they were borderline deficient. After increasing his intake through greens and a small supplement, his cramps vanished in under 10 days, and his walking posture improved dramatically. Why calcium is essential for seniors. As we age, our bone turnover slows down. That means your body breaks down bone faster than it builds it. And your legs, especially your femur and hips, are the most vulnerable. That's why hip fractures are the #1 cause of lost independence in adults over 65. But calcium doesn't just help prevent breaks, it plays a dual role in your legs, keeps bones dense and resilient, triggers muscle contractions, especially in your quads and calves. So if you're experiencing any of the following, calcium might be the fix. Cramps in your legs or feet, weakness when standing up, feeling like your legs give out after walking, slower climbing up stairs. The best ways to add calcium without overdoing it: dairy products like yogurt, cheese, and milk, leafy greens like kale, bok choy, and collard greens, tofu, sardines with bones, and almonds, fortified plant milks. Look for calcium plus D3 combo. Some people go straight for calcium supplements. And yes, they're helpful if you're not getting enough from food. But too much calcium, especially from pills, can backfire. It can lead to kidney stones, calcium buildup in arteries, constipation, or bloating. So balance is key. Most adults over 50 need 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams per day, best absorbed in doses under 500 milligrams at a time. Always combine with vitamin D3 for better uptake. Don't forget, calcium needs movement. This is one of the most ignored truths in health. You can eat all the calcium in the world, but if you don't move, your body won't direct it to your bones. Weight-bearing activities like walking, gardening, dancing, light resistance workouts all help tell your bones to grab that calcium and put it to use. Key takeaway: calcium isn't just for your bones. It keeps your muscles firing and your legs stable. It's the quiet guardian that lets you rise from a chair with confidence. Chapter 3. The invisible force behind movement nutrient. Number 3. Vitamin B12. The silent nerve protector. Narrator. You might be doing everything right. Eating well, staying active, getting sunlight. But still, something feels off. Your legs feel heavy. Your steps are unsure. And sometimes, there's a strange tingling or numbness in your feet. That's not just age. That's likely your nerves calling for help. And when it comes to protecting the nerves that control your leg movement, there's one vitamin that rules above all: vitamin B12. Example: Helen, a 72-year-old gardener, was having more and more trouble feeling stable when she crouched or knelt. She assumed it was arthritis until her blood work came back. The real problem? Critically low B12. Within 2 months of B12 therapy, her sense of balance improved so much, she returned to her community garden without her cane. Why vitamin B12 is non-negotiable. B12 plays a crucial role in protecting your nerves, myelin sheaths that allow signal flow, supporting balance, coordination, and reflexes, preventing muscle weakness caused by faulty nerve firing. When B12 is low, signals from your brain to your legs get disrupted. Think of it like frayed wires. The current doesn't travel well, and movement feels clumsy or weak. Even worse, long-term B12 deficiency can cause irreversible nerve damage if not caught early. Common signs of B12 deficiency: heaviness in the legs, especially when climbing stairs, tingling, numbness, or pins and needles in the feet, poor balance or frequent tripping, fatigue that sleep doesn't fix, trouble with coordination or slow walking. Why seniors are at higher risk? Here's the twist: even if you're eating enough B12, your body may struggle to absorb it. As we age, stomach acid declines, which is essential to unlock B12 from food. Digestive conditions like GERD, ulcers, or gastritis interfere with absorption. Medications like antacids, metformin, and blood pressure drugs can block B12 uptake. It's a perfect storm, one that can sneak up over years. Best B12. Food sources. Vitamin B12 is found almost exclusively in animal products. Egg yolks, dairy, especially cheese, lean beef, salmon, sardines, and shellfish. Clams are the richest source. Liver, a superfood for B12. For those who follow a vegetarian or vegan diet or struggle with absorption, fortified cereals, nutritional yeast, and supplements are vital. B12. Supplementation, safe and effective. The good news? B12 is water-soluble, so your body excretes the excess in urine. That makes it very safe to supplement. Methylcobalamin, or cyanocobalamin, are two highly effective forms. Many seniors benefit from sublingual tablets absorbed under the tongue. Others require monthly injections, especially with malabsorption. Routine blood testing is the best way to track your levels and adjust your dosage as needed. Key takeaway: your legs can be strong, but if your nerves can't tell them what to do, you'll feel unstable and tired. Vitamin B12 keeps the mind-to-muscle connection sharp, fast, and efficient. Chapter 4. The Muscle Whisperer Nutrient. Number 4. Magnesium, the anti-cramp mineral. You didn't know you needed. Narrator. Imagine this. It's 2 a.m. You're finally asleep when a sudden jolt of pain strikes your calf. A leg cramp. You shoot up in bed, gasping, massaging, stretching, anything to stop the agony. Sound familiar? What if I told you that these painful nighttime leg cramps may have nothing to do with aging, and everything to do with one quietly essential mineral? Magnesium. Real-world story. James, age 69, started skipping his morning walks. His legs felt tight, sore, and unpredictable. He'd wake up with sharp cramps, sometimes in both legs. It wasn't until a nutritionist recommended magnesium that things changed. Just 3 weeks after introducing magnesium-rich foods and a glycinate supplement, the cramps were gone, and his stride was smooth again. Why magnesium matters for leg health. Magnesium is your body's muscle relaxer. It's the mineral responsible for regulating nerve impulses, balancing muscle contraction and relaxation, reducing inflammation in tissues, supporting energy production in muscle cells. And yet, up to 70% of adults over 60 are magnesium deficient, often without realizing it. Common signs of low magnesium: frequent leg cramps, especially at night, restless legs, or twitching muscle stiffness or tension, unusual fatigue, even after light activity, poor sleep or nighttime wakefulness. And here's the kicker: magnesium isn't just for muscles. It's critical for bone strength too. Without it, calcium can't get into your bones effectively, and instead builds up in your soft tissues, leading to joint stiffness or even artery calcification. Why we lose magnesium with age. Several hidden culprits chip away at our magnesium stores. Diuretics and blood pressure meds flush it out. Acid blockers reduce absorption. Chronic stress, even emotional, burns through reserves. And modern diets are lower in magnesium-rich foods than ever. So even if you think you're eating well, you could still be running low. And your legs are paying the price. The best magnesium sources for leg strength: pumpkin seeds, one of the highest sources; spinach and Swiss chard avocados; almonds and cashews; black beans and lentils; dark chocolate. Yes, really. What about supplements? If you're struggling with cramps or fatigue, supplements can help quickly. But not all magnesium is equal. Best forms for absorption: magnesium glycinate, gentle on the stomach, great for cramps and sleep; magnesium citrate, helpful for digestion and constipation; magnesium malate, ideal for muscle energy and soreness. Avoid magnesium oxide. It's poorly absorbed and can cause diarrhea. Safe dosage: 300 to 400 milligrams per day for most adults. Always check with your doctor if you have kidney issues. Key takeaway: magnesium is the muscle manager that helps your legs stay calm, responsive, and free from pain. It's the difference between walking lightly and dragging your feet in tension. Chapter 5. The electric current of every step. Nutrient number 5. Potassium, the electrolyte that keeps your legs in motion. You wake up, take your first step, and bam, a sudden cramp in your calf. Or maybe your legs feel shaky after standing too long. You wonder, why do my muscles feel so out of sync? Chances are, it's not your fitness, it's your potassium levels. A true example: Sylvia, 76, started noticing her legs trembling after standing in the kitchen for more than 10 minutes. She'd lose her footing while gardening, and once, she even fell in the grocery store. A routine blood test showed her potassium was just below normal. With dietary changes alone, adding avocado, spinach, and potatoes, her stability returned, and her fear of falling disappeared. What potassium really does. Most people know potassium helps prevent cramps, but the full story is much deeper. Potassium balances fluids inside and outside your muscle cells, transmits nerve signals between brain and muscles, regulates heartbeat and blood pressure, supports fast, smooth leg movement. Without enough potassium, your leg muscles misfire. That leads to sudden cramps, twitching, shaky legs, weak push-off during walking, a higher risk of tripping or falling. Potassium and bone health. The secret connection. Here's something even doctors sometimes miss. Potassium helps neutralize acids in your bloodstream that would otherwise leach calcium from your bones. So while potassium isn't a bone builder directly, it protects bone density over time, making your legs less prone to fractures. Symptoms of low potassium: muscle cramps or spasms, leg fatigue after light activity, feeling like your legs lock up during walks, shaky knees or trembling thighs, constipation or irregular heart rhythm. Top potassium. Rich foods to include. Today, bananas. Yes, of course, but they're not number one. Sweet potatoes with skin, avocados, white beans and lentils, spinach and beet greens, oranges, kiwis, and cantaloupe coconut water for hydration, plus potassium boost. Tip: aim to eat potassium from a variety of sources, as that helps your body absorb and use it most effectively. Should you take potassium supplements? Here's where you must be careful. Unlike magnesium, potassium supplements aren't always safe to self-prescribe. Too much can be dangerous, especially if you have kidney disease, high blood pressure medications, or a heart condition. That's why most people should aim to get their potassium from food first. Daily recommended intake: 2,600 milligrams for women, 3,400 milligrams for men. With just one avocado and a baked potato, you're already halfway there. Key takeaway: potassium is the conductor of your body's electricity. Without it, the symphony of movement falls out of rhythm. A potassium-rich diet smooths every step and keeps your legs agile and alert. Chapter 6. The unsung coordinator of bone strength nutrient. Number 6. Vitamin K, the bone traffic controller that keeps you upright. When you think of strong legs, your mind probably jumps to calcium or vitamin D, the usual suspects. But there's one underrated nutrient that makes all their work possible. And without it, your bones could be getting weaker, even if you're doing everything right. That nutrient is vitamin K. A story from a senior rehab center. George, 82, followed his doctor's instructions faithfully. Daily calcium, vitamin D3, light walking. But he still suffered a small hip fracture after a minor stumble. A specialist reviewed his diet and discovered one big gap: zero intake of vitamin K. After adding leafy greens and a K2 supplement, his bone density scores improved over the next 6 months, and he hasn't had a fall since. What makes vitamin K so important? Vitamin K is like the traffic controller for calcium. It tells calcium where to go: into your bones, not your blood vessels. Without enough K, calcium may build up in your arteries, leading to stiffness. Your bones don't get the materials they need. Your joints feel less mobile and more inflamed. Risk of osteoporosis and fractures increases. 2 forms of vitamin K you need to know. Vitamin K, 1 from leafy greens, supports blood clotting and general bone health. Vitamin K, 2 from fermented foods and animal products. More powerful for directing calcium into bones, helps prevent arterial calcification. Vitamin K, 2 is especially critical for seniors who already take calcium or vitamin D because it ensures those nutrients don't go to the wrong places. Signs you might be low in vitamin K: easy bruising or nosebleeds, bone fractures from mild impact, poor recovery after injury, knee stiffness or aching joints. Slow wound healing foods that are vitamin K. Gold mines. For K1, plant-based: kale, spinach, collard greens, Brussels sprouts, Swiss chard. For K2, fermented and animal-based: natto, fermented soybeans, #1 source, aged cheeses like Gouda egg yolks, chicken thighs, liver. A simple way to remember this: K1 comes from greens, K2 comes from guts, yolks, and ferments. Should you supplement vitamin K? If you don't eat many greens or fermented foods, take calcium or vitamin D, are at risk of fractures, then yes, K2 supplementation might be a smart addition, usually around 90 to 120 micrograms per day. But there's one big caution. If you take blood thinners, like warfarin, speak to your doctor before increasing vitamin K. It can affect your medication's balance. Key takeaway: vitamin K doesn't just help your blood clot. It's the calcium traffic cop that keeps your bones strong and arteries clear. Think of it as the alignment tool for every other leg-building nutrient. Chapter 7. The builder behind the scenes. Nutrient number 7, vitamin B6, the muscle builder. Your body might be forgetting. You've heard about calcium, magnesium, even potassium. But have you ever wondered how your body actually uses protein to build and repair leg muscles? Or what keeps your nerves talking clearly to your muscles? That's where vitamin B6 comes in. A quiet powerhouse that helps every movement happen smoothly, every step feel lighter, and every muscle fiber recover faster. Case story, inspired by real events. Teresa, 67, always enjoyed light jogging. But over time, her legs started burning after just a few minutes, and recovery took days. Her doctor checked her B6 levels, and they were low. With just a few tweaks to her diet, including fish, chickpeas, and fortified cereal, her stamina bounced back. In 3 months, she completed a community 5K walk, pain-free. Why B6 is a game changer for leg strength. Vitamin B6 helps convert protein into usable muscle tissue, supports nerve transmission from brain to legs, reduces inflammation in muscle fibers, promotes oxygen delivery by helping build healthy red blood cells. So if you're training or simply trying to stay strong and your body can't use protein efficiently, then you're building on a cracked foundation. Warning: signs of low vitamin B6, fatigue after light activity, numbness or tingling in feet, slow recovery from exercise or even short walks, burning sensations in the thighs or calves, muscle weakness or tremors. Low B6 can mimic nerve conditions, but thankfully it's reversible. Best B6, rich foods to add. Today, salmon and tuna chicken breast, and turkey bananas. Chickpeas, especially in hummus potatoes. Fortified whole grain cereals, spinach and carrots. Adding just 1 to 2 servings of these foods per day can make a noticeable difference in strength recovery and energy. What about supplements? Most people can get enough B6 from food. However, seniors with digestive issues, people with chronic inflammation, or those taking medications that deplete B6, like isoniazid or hydralazine, may need extra. Safe dosage: 1.5 milligrams per day for women, 1.7 milligrams per day for men. High-dose supplements over long periods can cause nerve damage, so stay within safe ranges unless guided by your doctor. Key takeaway: vitamin B6 is your muscle mechanic. It builds, maintains, and restores your leg power from the inside out, especially when you're putting in the effort with movement and nutrition. You've just discovered the 7 powerhouse nutrients that can transform your legs, not with expensive treatments or complicated workouts, but with smarter nutrition and intentional choices. Real-life inspiration. Meet Ruth, age 80. Ruth was on the verge of giving up walking independently. Her legs were swollen, weak, and she fell twice in 1 year. But instead of accepting decline, she worked with her doctor and followed a nutrient-first approach, incorporating everything we just covered. 6 months later, Ruth walked across her grandson's graduation stage. No walker, no cane, just confidence. "I didn't just strengthen my legs," Ruth said. "I got my life back." Final thoughts. Strong legs mean a strong life. They mean freedom to move how you want, confidence in every step, independence for years to come. Don't wait until your legs demand your attention. Nourish them now. Give them the nutrients they need to stay strong, steady, and unstoppable. Before you go, drop a comment below. What leg symptoms are you dealing with? Hit subscribe and tap the bell so you don't miss future health tips. And if you found this helpful, share it with a friend who needs to walk strong again. Stay informed. Stay mobile. Stay unstoppable. We'll see you in the next video.